In this demonstration, we will see how to leverage the latest features available in ADDI to automate the load and the dispatching of source files depending on advanced criteria, like the file extensions or a naming convention. These files to load in ADDI are stored in Git, and the local synchronization feature will be leveraged to facilitate this dispatching. I will play the role of an ADDI administrator during this demonstration. In this Git repository, I have two folders called CBL and SRC. Looking at the SRC folder, it contains source files with different extensions, each representing a specific type of artifact. Thus, COBOL, assembler, and PL1 programs coexist in this same folder. To retrieve the contents of this Git repository in the Windows machine that runs ADDI, I will use a git clone command. This clone is performed in a few seconds. My goal is to now automate the dispatching of these files into the different subfolders of an ADDI project. Using the AD build client, I will open an empty project called Finance, which has just been created. ADDI was configured to automatically pick up the source files from a specific local folder, using the local synchronization feature, and associate the different files with their subfolders in the ADDI project. For the Finance project, I will trigger a synchronize members action to update the content of the ADDI project. After running this process, the different subfolders are populated with files from the local git clone. Even if the files represent different languages and are at the same location, ADDI is able to dispatch them correctly based on their extension. Looking at the ZOS COBOL folder, it only contains COBOL programs, and the same applies for the PL1 programs and assembler programs. ADDI now knows where to store these files and will perform the same dispatching when updates are seen on the Git repository. Back in Git, the CBL folder only contains COBOL programs. However, I only want to select a few programs from this folder and have them loaded into ADDI. Only the programs starting with IP, JKE, MUO, and STG should be loaded into ADDI. Another project in ADDI was created for this purpose, called Finance Subset. This empty project is to be populated with the subset of the COBOL programs available in the Git repository. As the business logic of my application is located in programs starting with IP, JKE, MUO, and STG, I only want to load these programs in ADDI. In the AD build client, I will run a synchronize members command for the Finance subset project. After a few seconds, I can see two subfolders are created and populated, and the COBOL programs are dispatched following the chosen naming convention. In the COBOL subset subfolder, only the files starting with IP and MUO are dispatched, while the files starting with JKE and STG are dispatched in the COBOL subset 1 subfolder. This demonstration showed that ADDI can load source files from Git and dispatch them depending on different criteria, like the file name extension or a naming convention in the files. Thanks for watching.